In February 2026, Damian Lillard walked out at All-Star Weekend and won the three-point contest. His third career title in the event, tying Larry Bird and Craig Hodges for the most ever. He hadn't played a single NBA game all season. He was recovering from a torn Achilles tendon, an injury that ended his 2025 playoff run, got him released by the team that traded for him, and sent him back to the franchise he spent 11 years trying to leave behind for a championship he never found. Damian Lillard is 35 years old. He has never been past the Western Conference Finals. And the deeper you look at his career, the clearer it becomes. That window isn't closing. It's already closed. This is the story of one of the greatest scorers of his generation and the championship that was never actually coming.
For over a decade, Damian Lillard was the rarest thing in modern professional sports, a superstar who stayed. Drafted 6th overall in 2012, Lillard spent 11 seasons in Portland, building a reputation as one of the most loyal stars the league had seen in a generation. While other superstars forced trades to big markets and super teams, Lillard publicly committed to the Trailblazers year after year, even as the front office repeatedly failed to build a real contender around him. He delivered some of the most iconic playoff moments in NBA history doing it. The series-winning shot over Houston in 2019, a 37-foot logo three with the season on the line, remains one of the most replayed clutch shots of the decade. 9 All-Star selections, multiple All-NBA teams. A genuine case as the best player to never reach a conference finals. That's the key detail people forget. In 11 years in Portland, Lillard's deepest playoff run was the 2019 Western Conference Finals, a sweep at the hands of the Golden State Warriors dynasty. He never got back. The front office around him cycled through role players, draft busts, and short-term fixes, while the best version of Lillard's career quietly burned away, waiting for help that never fully arrived. By 2023, after over a decade of patience, he finally requested a trade. It was the right move on paper. In reality, it was already too late. Lillard arrived in Milwaukee in 2023 to play alongside Giannis Antetokounmpo. Finally, on paper, a real championship pairing. 2 MVP-level talents, a top-tier supporting cast, a genuine shot at the title he'd spent his whole career chasing. It never came together the way it should have. In each of the 3 postseasons Lillard played in Milwaukee, either he or Giannis missed games due to injury. Not once did the Bucks get a fully healthy version of their 2 stars deep into a playoff run. The timing problem that defined Lillard's entire career, the right pieces never aligning at the same time, followed him to a new team. Then came April 2025, Game 4 of the first round against Indiana. Lillard had just made a remarkable return from deep vein thrombosis in his calf, a serious blood clot condition, to get back on the floor for his team. Going for a loose ball with no contact at all, his leg simply gave out. He stayed on the ground, grabbing his foot. The diagnosis? A complete Achilles tear. Season over. Recovery timeline measured in a year, not weeks. 2 months later, Milwaukee waived him outright, stretching the remaining $103 million on his contract just to create cap space to sign center Miles Turner. The team he'd uprooted his life for, the team he'd finally left Portland's loyalty behind to join, released him within months of the injury that ended his season. It wasn't cruelty exactly, it was business. But it was also the cleanest data point in his entire career for how little patience the modern NBA has for aging stars on max contracts who can no longer stay healthy. 11 years of loyalty to one team, 2 years with another, and the Achilles tear that quietly ended the championship conversation for good. Here's the part of this story that has nothing to do with sentiment and everything to do with cold, documented reality. Achilles tears at this age have a brutal track record. Kobe Bryant tore his at 34 and was never the same explosive player again. DeMarcus Cousins tore his at 27 and never returned to All-Star form. Wesley Matthews, Klay Thompson. The list of players who came back from this exact injury and matched their previous level is short, and the players on it were almost always younger than 35 when it happened. Lillard will turn 36 during the 2026-27 season, the season he's actually expected to return for, having missed the entirety of 2025-26 on a planned rehab year. That means his actual return to competitive NBA basketball will come at an age where the explosive first step and stop-start quickness that defined his entire offensive game are already in decline naturally, before even factoring in the injury. And the supporting cast question never went away. He's back in Portland now, on a team that's in the middle of a rebuild around young talent, not a finished championship roster. Even in the best-case medical scenario, a full, clean recovery, Lillard returns to a Blazers team that is years away from contention, not months. The Bucks situation taught him that elite teammates aren't enough if your body fails at the wrong moment. Portland doesn't even offer the elite teammates.
The three-point contest win in February was a genuinely remarkable feat of skill and competitive spirit. It was also, if you're being honest about it, a controlled, non-contact exhibition. No cutting, no defenders, no fourth-quarter fatigue. It proved his shooting touch survived. It proved nothing about whether his body can survive an NBA season. The skill never left him. The runway to use it at a championship level did. Damian Lillard will go down as one of the greatest shooters and most clutch scorers of his generation. The logo threes, the loyalty, the 9 All-Star nods, the respect of an entire league. None of that is in question. What's also true, he is 35 years old, coming off the most career-threatening injury in basketball, returning to a rebuilding team.
There's a version of this story where Lillard becomes the feel-good comeback of 2026-27, a 65-game season of vintage Dame time, leading a young Portland core back toward relevance. That version is possible. It is not, by any honest measure, a championship story anymore. He spent 11 years being loyal to a team that couldn't build around him. He spent 2 years chasing a title with a team that released him the moment his body failed. And now, he's right back where he started, at home, rebuilding, with less time than he's ever had. Some legacies end with a ring. Damian Lillard's is going to end with the shot everyone remembers. And the championship, nobody ever got to see him win.